Well, I'm all for saving the planet, and I think windmills and I think all that technology should be used.
Now, if you put the babies out in the lake, you're talking about a different ballgame. But
It began when my colleague Sara Adlerstein planted the idea of doing something about wind about 3 or 4 years ago. And she had said, "Do you want to get involved in this project as a dancer choreographer?" And I said, "Yes."
So I'm an aquatic ecologist. I was invited to participate in a large team looking at offshore wind in the Great Lakes. What really was intriguing to me was this all perception of wind parks by people, thinking that they were ugly.
There's such a natural affinity between the motion of wind and the motion of human bodies. And I've always been interested as a choreographer with forces that act upon the body or the body acting upon space.
I would like to change people's perception about beauty by giving them information about, what is actually being replaced. Right? So what is beauty at the end? What you have as a source of energy now, or a potential change?
We have several sections that really are about the wind itself, like the way wind moves us and the way we can move or shape or harness the wind. But then there are sections about Muskegon itself, so we have a whole section about Continental Motors, which is a big factory that used to be in Muskegon at the site that we're dancing on, and the way that that affected people in Muskegon when it was around and the way that its closing affected people.
Going to Muskegon was just amazing. It was amazing to get up there and speak with people from that community. You hear coal plant going defunct and you're like, yeah, no more coal, amazing, save the earth. But it's actually presenting all of these problems for the community. They're going to lose $1 million in tax revenue every year, and it creates all these issues about their port not being topless to be dredged by the government each year to make sure that big ships can come through.
Let's do this. Forward. It's very intense. How could the arts possibly bridge some divides or promote more forward-thinking dialogues? That's something I actually want to really ask you guys about, what kinds of questions we're posing to them and how we're doing it. Dance is always a collaborative event, because to get a dance on stage or in an alternative space, there are so many different people involved.
So that's when they come out.
Yeah.
And then it'll be this kind of thing for that minute and a half.
Dancers are always engaged learners. They're moving, they're active, they're conversing with ideas all the time. For them, what's been exotic actually is sitting down and hearing a lecture that is pertinent to their project.
I've always wanted to learn about integrating different things besides dance into dance, like science. We really get to discuss the issues that we're dancing about, and we went on a Muskegon trip, which was really awesome because we got to speak to a lot of scientists and environmental activists. So it's been a really intellectually fruitful process.
I've worked with Jessica before. It was the same kind of depth of research and investigation and collaboration and really just seeking out so much information about what she was trying to create.
I'm not hoping that people think that technology is the answer for everything, that there are limits, that we have to live within sustainable means. But I also want people to think about alternatives. So if you have to choose, because we need energy, how do you choose what is better for the environment? And I know that art cannot convey all that in a short time, but I think art can make people think about what they need to get informed, and then they can go themselves to find out more.